Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. It's still your girl Lynette Beauty in the building with another video for you. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you all the makeup brushes, the skin makeup brushes that you need, the only brushes that you need as a beginner. So that is why you see me, I have my brows, I have just a little bit of eyeshadow going on because the video today is all about the skin. Okay, so today I'll be showing you all the only 5 or maybe 6 brushes that you need for your skin as a beginner. Now there's one thing I've always said on my channel, my videos, my tutorials are specifically beginner friendly. If you're somebody who is still getting into makeup, then this is definitely the channel for you to subscribe to and follow me. Okay, so without much talking, we will go right into this video. The very first brush that we use when we do our makeup, of course, is the foundation. Now some people use foundation, not foundation, some people use brushes, some people use blenders, beauty blenders. I for one, I prefer using a brush. Why? Because beauty blenders tend to soak up a lot of product. So if you're somebody who loves to use a beauty blender, good and fine, go for it. But I'm all about saving that product, saving some coins, so I like to use my brush when I apply my foundation. When I apply my foundation, these are the brushes that I use. These are the ones that I would recommend. Now if you look at those brushes, they have a particular characteristic to it. You will see that these brushes, they are dense. They are very, very dense. 1, 2, the fiber is not long. You see the fibers are really short. They're really, really short. If you can see, the distance between this metal and the top of the brush is really short. That is what I mean by the fibers are not long. And so this will be the kind of brushes that I would recommend if you're somebody who likes to use a brush to apply your foundation. These brushes are definitely good for you to use. Now this is my J1 round top foundation brush from Juvia's Place. So if you go there, I think they came in a pack, I think a pack of 8 or 9. So if you go there, J1 round top foundation brush, you will get this. This is a very nice and dense brush to apply your foundation. This other one is from EcoTools. It doesn't have any number on it, but this is what that brush looks like. This is my favorite brush to apply the foundation because it has this sharp ends. That way it goes into the little part of your face where you have to apply foundation. And then of course we have this BH Cosmetic number 2. BH Cosmetic number 2 is also a round brush. This also is a good recommendation to apply your foundation. You see, again, like I said, I love using this dense and short fiber brushes because again, it will better help you apply your foundation. You're not going to see lines while you apply. It's going to blend in your foundation better, which is exactly why some people use the beauty blender, because the beauty blender seamlessly applies that foundation right. The brushes also seamlessly apply that foundation, especially if you have the right brush. The only difference is that the beauty blender will soak up most of that foundation. If you use, for example, one pump to apply your foundation with a brush, mind you, you're going to use at least 2 to 3 pumps to apply that same foundation with a beauty blender. And then the very last brush that I recommend is this my short brush. I've had this for a while. I got this one from Amazon. If you go to Amazon, just type foundation brush. This is one of those brushes that will pop up. So this right here are the recommendations that I have for somebody who likes using a brush to apply the foundation. So I'll go ahead and use one of those brushes to just demonstrate so you see how I do it. Now I'll be going with this, my SheGlam Complexion Pro Long Lasting Breathable Matte Foundation. So I'll be using this to demonstrate to you all how I use a brush, and I'll be going in with this, my Eco Tools. Like I said, this is my all-time favorite. I love this brush very much. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and apply this right on my skin, and then I'll use the brush to blend it. You see, one of the reasons that I love this brush, like I said again, is because you can get to the smallest part. Look at that, it just goes right on top of that brow. That is like, I just love it. It makes it so easy to blend your foundation, especially with some of us who have to do our brows, who have to do our eyeshadows before we apply our foundation. You know, it makes it easy, so it's not messing up your eyebrows, it's not messing up your foundation. So I'll go in again with a little of that foundation in the places that I think that I need more. And when you apply your foundation, guys, make sure you cover the part of your neck so you don't see that line dividing between your face and your neck. So you want to go down, right down there, so everything seamlessly blends together. That way we cannot differentiate between. That way we know this is your skin from your head to your neck, right? That's just what I mean. The next brush that I'll be showing you guys, the next brush that I'll be recommending for you guys will be the brush to apply your concealer. Now, for one, I cannot remember how many times I actually use a brush to apply my concealer. Usually I use a beauty blender. So, but I've seen other makeup artists use brushes to apply their concealer. If you're somebody out there who wants to use a brush to apply a concealer, I definitely have some recommendations for you. But again, like I said, I love using my beauty blender to apply my foundation. So when I talk of a beauty blender, this is what I love using to apply, not my foundation, to apply my concealer. But again, if you're somebody who likes using the brush, these are the only two brushes that I think I have in my collection that you can use to apply your foundation, your concealer. This is the BH Cosmetic number 4, and this is a BS Small Face Tapered brush. I got this one from Amazon. Again, if you go to Amazon, just type makeup brushes and this will come up. It actually comes in a pack. You have this and other brushes. Now, why do I recommend these brushes to apply your concealer? This is because these are very dense one. They are tapered, especially like this one. It is a tapered brush. You see this tip? It will go right under your eye. That way you are getting the concealer to where you want it to go. That is why I prefer a brush like this to apply a concealer. Now, I also prefer this one because it is small. When a brush is small like this, it is easy to use, it is easy to handle, especially for somebody who is just learning how to do makeup. A smaller brush like this will help you get to the right places under your eyes. Now, I love using beauty blenders to apply my concealer because under your eye is one place that creases a lot, so you don't want to apply so much product under your eyes. And so I use beauty blender because if that product is too much, that beauty blender is helping me take off some of that excess product. That is why I love using my beauty blender to apply my concealer. But again, if you want to use a brush, make sure you go for a tapered brush like this so you get into those places, and you make sure you're using a smaller brush so it is easy to handle, it is easy to use. Of course, it's easier to use smaller brushes than bigger brushes, especially when you have smaller parts of your face where you have to get product into. Now, without much talking, I will go ahead and demonstrate to you all how I apply my concealer. Now I'm getting confused. I don't know if I should use a beauty blender, I should use a brush, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to use a brush. I will use this smaller brush to apply my concealer. That is just because I want you all to see what it will look like. I have other videos. I have tons of videos where I use my beauty blender to apply my concealer. So if you want to really see how I do that with a beauty blender, just scroll up or scroll down. You will see other videos that I have with the beauty blender. So for my concealer today, I'll be going in with this my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer Satin Finish concealer. Why do I keep saying foundation? So I'll be using this to demonstrate. And again, like I said, because I am going to use a brush to blend this, I'm not going to put in a lot of product. I will just apply just a little bit, and then if I need more, I'll go ahead and apply more, which is what I recommend though. Going with my brush, I'll just start distributing that all over. Now you can just tell that small little product that I applied, it's spreading all over my eye. But again, if I had to use a beauty blender, I'm very sure I should have gone in with extra product. So this other side. These are the fine lines under our eyes that tend to crease like really fast. So this right here, that is why I prefer a smaller brush like this, so you can get right beneath under your eye and blend that. So guys, that is what we have for the concealer using this brush. So I'll go ahead and set this, and of course I'll be using my beauty blender to set. When I set, and then we'll go in with another set of brush. So the next set of brushes that I'll be recommending for you guys are brushes that we use to apply our contour. Now when you apply your contour, you want to use brushes like this. I like using brushes that have an angle to it. You see, those brushes, they have like a same characteristic to it. You see that all of them have this angle, and this is because when you contour, you're contouring your cheekbones. When you do this, you see there is a line directly beneath your cheekbones. These angled brushes, they help you to sculpt a little bit, they help you to sculpt more better, and they help to get to, it makes it easier for the brush to just sit right where you want it to. So it is not, you're not doubting where to put it. So when you do this, you immediately see where that contour has to go. And those angled brushes are the best kind of brushes to use when you are contouring. Now this one, I got this one from SheGlam. Just go to SheGlam or go to SheinOfficial.com. It's Shein, and their makeup section is called SheGlam. When you type contour brush or foundation brush, this will immediately pop up. Same with this. All of this, I got this ones from SheGlam. But this one, this is my Real Technique sculpting brush. So this is one of my favorite brushes to use to contour, because again, like I said, it is dense, it is angled, it goes on the right places as far as contouring is concerned. So I'm going to be using this one to demonstrate to you all exactly how that contouring is done. For my contour today, I'll be going in with this, my Juvia's Place all-time favorite. Guys, I am still to discover a contour that is so creamy and so easy to blend, and that is, you know, a cream contour. I am still to discover a contour that will beat Juvia's Place. So I'll be going in with this one, and I'll just place it right where I need to contour, which is here. Your forehead and right here. Be going in with my brush. When I contour upward because I need this makeup to lift my face a little bit. That is what they say. I don't know how true that is. So I just do this. And then when I come to my forehead, I take the product, I contour into my hairline. I contour into my hairline. When I come to my cheekbone, I contour upward like this. And then when I come to my jawline, I contour downward. So you see how that it just does a great job, you know. We know you don't have to struggle when you use an angled brush to contour. You don't. Okay guys, so I went ahead and I set that contour and I set the rest of my face. So the next brush that I'll be recommending for you guys is for those who use bronzers. You know, bronzers is not something that people use a lot, especially if you're a beginner in makeup. I wouldn't really recommend a bronzer, but if you really want to use a bronzer, then these are the brushes that I would recommend for a bronzer. Now you can use these brushes to apply a bronzer. You can also use to apply a blush. So these two brushes, you can alternate them between a bronzer and a blush. So this one, it has a name. It says Luxie 514 blush, and then this one says bronzer. Very sure I got this from some beauty store around, but again, these are the characteristics to these brushes. So you see, one says bronzer and one says blush. That means you can, and they all look the same. So you can see they are like tapered, they are sparse, they are sparse like that. and the fibers are a lot longer, a lot more longer than foundation and a contour brush. So this is what we have to apply our bronzer and or our blush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the one that says bronzer to apply my bronzer. Again, like I said, bronzer is not something that everybody uses, especially if you're a makeup beginner. If you are a beginner in makeup, did I just swap that? If you're a beginner in makeup, then you don't have to use a bronzer. You are good with your contour. But again, if you must, then I'll show you all what and how to use it. So for my bronzer, I'll be going in with this my Juvia's Place Blush to Rouge Volume 1. This is what it looks like. Basically, bronzers are just there to add a little more warmth to the face. I'll be going in with this right here. I'll just apply that slightly above where I applied my contour. That is where we apply our bronzers. So and I love this because with bronzers you use a sweeping motion just like that to apply your bronzer, just like that. So if you can see the difference, look at this other side with the bronzer, look at this side without the bronzer. You see that it just adds a little more warmth to the face. That is what our bronzers are meant for. So you just use a sweeping effect like this. And voila, that is it for our bronzer. You don't have to do it, but if you have to, that is exactly what you have to do. Now the next brush that I'll be showing you all, I don't know if this is the 4th or the 5th brush. I'm not going to consider a blush and the bronzer brush as two separate brushes. I'm going to do that as one, which means that I can still use this to apply my blush, which is what I am going to do. Now for my blush today, I'll be going in with this my Juvia's Place Blush Rouge number 5. This is what it looks like. Now I love this red up here. I'll be using this red to apply my blush. So let us go ahead and apply this blush, and I'll be going in with the same brush. The same brush that I used for my bronzer, the same brush that I'm going to use to apply my blush, because again, they're all the same, right? So, and again, when you apply your blush, you use a sweeping motion. Look at that. I just love this Juvia's Place blush. Like, look at that, guys. Look at that. That was effortless. A little bit of that blush goes a long way. A little bit of it. We have other kind of brushes that we can use to apply our blush or bronzer. We also have this. I'll also recommend this BH Cosmetic number 2. You can see it's just slightly bigger than the ones that I have used, but it is the same. The only difference is it is bigger. It is fluffy. It is dense. It's not dense. It is fluffy. It is sparse, and then the fibers are a little longer. So this also, you use this, just a sweeping motion, and then you can apply your bronzer and your blush with this. This is a BH Cosmetic number 2. So I also recommend this to apply your blush or your bronzer. Now the next set of brushes that I'm going to be showing you all are brushes that we use to apply our highlights. Okay, the little shine that we all need once in a while on our faces. Yes, that is the brushes that I'm going to be recommending for you guys, and these are the ones that I would recommend. So these are the brushes that I would recommend to apply your highlight. If you look at those brushes, they are tapered and they are flat. So this one is tapered, it is not flat. This one is a little tapered. This is a little tapered and a little flat, this one. But this is like a fan brush. This is called a fan brush. And if you are a beginner in makeup, I wouldn't recommend you using this one, because you know it can go south when you use this one. You can pick up products, you can pick up too much product that you don't want with this fan brush. So I would recommend this tool, because with this tool you can use these tips, just these tips, to pick up just a little bit of product. That way you can build up if it's not enough. So these are the brushes. This is our BH Cosmetic number 5. This one is from EcoTools. Again, EcoTools brushes do not have numbers, they don't have names. That is what that looks like. And then this is a fan brush. This is a Real Technique fan brush. So I'm going to be I'll use this one to apply our highlight, so that I'll just demonstrate so you see how I do it. For our highlight today, I'll be going in with this my Milani palette. This is what that looks like. It has 3 shades in them. I'll be going in with the shade in the middle. So this is what I'll do. Just a little bit of it. Just a little bit of it. Again, highlight is one of those things that if you apply too much, it is difficult to take off. So you want to build up. You want to just apply just a little bit first, and then if you think it is not enough, you can go in with more of that. So I think this is good. Let's do the other side. Let's do our nose right here, the bridge of the nose right here, and then forehead right there. It's a tiny little bit. Then our cupid bone. Voila. And that is what I use to apply my highlights, and this is what I will consider, this is what I will recommend that you as a beginner you use to apply your highlights. Now I want to call this a bonus brush. I don't know why I'm calling it a bonus brush, because it is also a very, very important brush that we need in our brushes, in our brush kit. Okay, I don't know why I'm calling it a bonus brush. Maybe that's because I did not add this, but I just discovered that I was supposed to add it to the list, to the number of brushes that I was going to show you guys. So these brushes, as you can see, these are dense tapered kind of brushes. If this camera will just focus. So these are kind of dense tapered, brushes. And can you tell me what these are used for? Yes, you got it, girl. These are used to contour our nose. Okay, these are the kind of brushes I will use to contour my nose. Now there are times when, guys, I'm very sure you hear the noise in the background. My kids are playing downstairs. They are just loud, so please bear with me, okay? Please. Okay, these are the brushes that I would recommend to contour our nose. Again, they're supposed to be small because we need that precise contour of our nose, right? There are times when I have used my eyeshadow brushes, those very dense eyeshadow brushes. Yes, I use that at times where I use some of those to contour my nose, something like this. Anything that is small and tapered and and dense I would recommend you use to contour your nose, something like this, you know. So this one I got from SheGlam. Again, SheGlam is always good to site. I got this one from SheGlam, and this other two are EcoTools. This is what they look like. Again, they do not have numbers, but these are my favorite brushes, my go-to brushes to do my nose contour. These two right here. So I am going to be using one of this, or use this one to demonstrate to you all exactly how I do my nose contour. So 80% of the time I do not use cream contour on my nose, because nose contour is one thing you don't want to mess with. You don't want to not do it right, okay? Because the whole purpose for that nose contour is to reduce the size of the nose. I don't know how true that is, but that is what makeup artists say, that you can use just makeup to reduce the size of your nose. So you don't want to use something, or you don't want to go and overdo it or underdo it, you know what I'm saying? So each time, most of the time, I go in with my powder contour, and I always use this my CoverGirl True Blend number 9, and this has worked for me every time. But again, if I had to use a cream contour, of course I'll go in with my Juvia's Place. But for now, let me just go in with this powder contour, and this is exactly how I do it. That is it for our nose contour. The only thing I'll do now is I'll go in with my beauty blender to try to diffuse those extra lines that we see right there. We don't want that. So this is what I do. I go in with my beauty blender. I do not add any product to it. I just go in with the remaining product that I have there already. Just try to diffuse those extra lines that we see when we contour, because we don't want them, right? That is it for our nose contour. I'm pretty sure those are the brushes. Those are all the brushes that I wanted to show you all. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and finish the rest, which is just to do my lip, maybe put on my hair, and then we will come to the end of this video. So stay tuned. Do not move, okay? Do not go away. So guys, I went ahead and finished the rest of the face. Just a recap of what I've been singing, I've been preaching all through this video. These are the only brushes that you need as a beginner in makeup, okay? So we have our foundation brush. This is our foundation brush. This is from EcoTools. This is our concealer brush, which I would definitely prefer a beauty blender to do that. This is our contour brush. This is our blush and or bronzer brush. This is our nose contour, and then this one is for our highlight. So if you're a beginner in makeup, you've been wondering, you've been doubting, you don't know what brush to use where, this is definitely the video for you. This is it. Just go ahead, purchase this kind of brushes. It does not have to be same brushes. You can just go, because you know exactly what you're looking for. If it's on Amazon, if it's on a beauty supply store around you, you know exactly the kind of brush you're looking for. With this, you cannot go wrong with your makeup, trust me. So these are the only 6 brushes that you need as a makeup beginner. You don't need all of those other ones, but again, in the future you might need them, right? So yeah, this is it, and that will be it for the video today. Thank you so much for watching. If you've watched up till now, that means you've been loving the content. Please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Do not forget to share this video with family and friends. Put a little nice comment down below and I will be sure to reply. And sis, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because more of those videos will be coming your way. And when you do not forget to hit that notification bell so you get notifications when those videos go up. Okay, without much talking, I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.